Hello, 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 hello. If you are not familiar with who I am, my name is Erin Caputo. I am a unique independent presenter. Hello. We are going to talk about the do's and the don'ts with the hooded lid. So I'm going to do a bad eye and a good eye. So that way you can see the whys behind the do's and the don'ts. The do's and the don'ts. Now, with a hooded lid, a lot of people are like, what's a hooded lid? Well, a hooded lid is exactly what I have. You see that flap of skin right there? Where it kind of comes over my lid whenever I open my eyes? That's a hooded lid. Some people have a good size hooded lid. Some people have a little hooded lid. It just depends. Some people are lucky enough to not have hooded lids at all. I was blessed with a hooded lid. So you kind of have to make up for it. And how do you make up for it? You have to create as much space and an illusion on your lid as much as possible. The more real estate you have to work with, the more you can make your eyes look more elongated, more open, more awake, brighter, bigger, etc. So we're gonna do a do and a don't. A do and a don't. A do and a don't. And for hooded lids, blurred shadows are really a great shadow for a hooded lid because they are smudge proof, transfer proof, and crease proof. So when you open your eyes, that skin that comes over, hi Patty, that skin that comes over your lid isn't going to remove the makeup from your lid. Hi Layla, thank you so much for joining. Because when you have hooded lids like I do, what happens is that skin that creases over can take your shadows away, it can hide your shadows, it can transfer your shadows, and you get creases in your lids, and it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, y'all. The struggle is real. Splurge cream shadows are the best. However, you can do these tricks with any eyeshadows. Absolutely any eyeshadows at all. So we're gonna have a do eye and a don't eye, because I want you all to see the difference. First, on my do eye, I'm gonna put a little bit of eye primer, because that's gonna hold the shadows in place. It's gonna keep it from transferring. You're just gonna see why, because we're gonna have a do eye and a don't eye. A do eye and a don't eye. Another trick is you don't want your eyeshadows to go down too far. Reason being is, again, it'll make your eyes look smaller. It'll give you less real estate to work with when you're doing your eyeshadows. So what you can do is you can use a piece of paper to create the angle. You can use a credit card. You can use a little piece of Scotch tape. But you just create that angle, just like so you don't go below it. Another little trick. I'm gonna use the pressed shadows because they're create your own. I'm just gonna use my neutral palette, something easy. You can do this trick with any colors, any palette whatsoever. So I'm gonna start out by taking my blending brush and I'm gonna go in with Astute, which is this color right here. And we're just gonna create another crease. We're just gonna create another crease right above our natural crease. So this is our do eye, this is our don't eye. Because I want you all to see the difference. You just wanna go higher than your crease, up and out. Up and out, and you can see that it creates that nice line right there. It's really simple. On this side, we're just gonna go right in that crease. You can already see that the difference between the eye primer and the non-eye primer. You can see the eyeshadows over here. You can't over here. So eye primer also makes your shadows more vibrant as well. So this is our do eye, this is our don't eye. I'm gonna take my eyeliner brush and I'm gonna go in with this darker color to add more dimension, which is Gullible. I'm gonna go right against the lash line and then I'm gonna go up. You go right against, actually I'm gonna switch to the crease brush because it's a little easier. Go right against the lash line and then go up into that crease. And this is to create the V. You can take your blending brush, blend it out to make it a softer appearance. That's gonna make your eye look more longer. I'm also gonna take that same color and I'm gonna bring it down underneath the eye, but only go halfway. Only go halfway. Now we're gonna do it on the don't eye. And on the don't eye, we're gonna do it all the way across. So you can see the common mistakes that people make, especially with hooded lids. So you are already seeing a difference. You can't really see much shadow on this eye. My eyes look more closed off, so on and so forth. So you're getting the hint here. You're slowly getting the hint. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my angled shadow brush and I'm gonna go in with some Ansi, which is this gorgeous shimmer color. And we're gonna put that right on the lid, right on the inner corner of the lid. That's gonna brighten that eye up. And this side, we're just gonna do it on the whole lid. Do you see the difference even with the eye primer? Like how more pronounced this is? Let me raise up my phone a little more because I really want y'all to see. I really want y'all to see. So that way you can see why there's do's and don'ts, especially with hooded lids. And so many people are so frustrated with hooded lids, and it's okay. It's okay. There are things out there, tips and tricks to help you. Okay, so as you can see, huge difference, y'all. Huge difference. Huge difference. Look at that. Huge difference between your do eye and your don't eye. Your do eye, your don't eye. Huge difference. I'm also gonna take my crease brush. I'm gonna go in with Exhilarated, which is the lightest color I have. We're gonna put it in the absolute inner corner of the eye. And just do halfway under. So you can see how it kind of brightens up your eye. Okay. Okay. Okay, moving on to brows. Next trick is with brows. You can do this with a pencil or the eyebrow palette. You want to give the illusion of not only you want a thicker to thinner because you don't want to take away from that eye space. Also, you want to create the illusion of a higher arch because that's going to also maximize your space. That is also going to maximize your lid space. Which, let's face it, with the hooded lids, we need the maximum amount of space possible. Just the maximum amount of space possible. Okay. Now, there are some women that can really, really rock a straight brow, but that's not how you want to do your brow if you have a hooded lid, because it's going to take away that space. It's going to take away that space. So on this side, I'm going to do just a straight brow. So that way you can see what I mean. And I'm keeping it thick to the end. I'm not gonna really accentuate the arch. Or anything. And you're gonna see how the lid starts to look more and more closed off. Etc. When the key is to maximize your lid space instead of minimize. Okay, now I'm going to highlight underneath the brow. With the hooded lid on the good eye, you just want just a little bit of highlight, like a thin line. You don't want it to go too drastic, because again, that's going to just take away from your lid. It's going to eliminate that color that you've worked so hard to do and just take up a lot of that space. On this side, I'm going to do what a common mistake is. And we're just going to do a thick highlight, a thicker line. Okay. So, I'm sure you're seeing a difference. It looks so funny seeing like half a face, like two totally different halves of faces. Okay. Third common mistake, eyeliner. Eyeliner. When you have hooded lids, you don't have much space to work with. So I'm going to do the do's and don'ts for that. So we're going to put some eyeliner on this eye. A lot of people do thick lines. So my black eyeliner might be better to show. Let me see. Yep, my black eyeliner is going to be better to show. Okay, so anyways, common mistake with hooded lids is they do that thick black line above, and then they do the water line too. Look, so it kind of makes my eye look closed off and kind of gross considering the fact that I have a hooded lid. I'm going to show you the proper way to do eyeliner with a hooded lid. So on this side, I'm just going to do a nice thin line. Just a nice thin line. And then in order to give the illusion of thicker, I'm going to go in the water line. And then look at that. It gives the illusion of a nice thick line without taking up all that real estate space of your lid. Because as you can see with hooded lids, you don't have much space to work with. There's a clear difference between this eye and this eye whenever it comes to hooded lids. Clear difference. This trick is amazing. And I'm going to show y'all. Hi, Sherry. Thank you so much for joining. Everybody needs this in their makeup bag. Look, white eyeliner, especially if you have a hooded lid, but it's great for everybody. So instead of putting that dark black underneath my eye, I'm going to do white. Now look at how more open, bright, elongated, and everything this eye is compared to this eye. I just look like I have a bright, bigger, more natural look on this side compared to the general way that everybody does their makeup even when they have a hooded lid on this side. I look like I have so much more eyelid space on this side compared to this side. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy? Last but not least, another thing that is really, really important, especially when you have hooded lids, is to accentuate your eyes with your eyelashes. Everybody knows that like Epic and 3D fiber lashes are like the lash authority of makeup. It gives you amazing, amazing lashes. Well, whenever you have hooded lids, you want to make your eyelashes accentuated to pull the attention away from the hooded lid. So and it's kind of hard not to really give longer lashes when you're using the Epic mascara. So I'm just going to do just a little bit on this eye. Just a tad bit. So that way you understand that short eyelashes doesn't really do much for hooded lids. And as you can see with this thicker eyeliner, you can't even see the lashes. You can't see the lashes. However, on this eye, not only do you have the illusion of the thicker eyeliner, because of the fact that we went above and in the waterline, we're going to accentuate with the mascara. And you'll see a huge difference. So on this eye, I'm going to use Epic and 3D fiber lashes to really really totally pump up these lashes, make them long and gorgeous, and really take this hooded lid look to fabulous. And again, you can use these tricks with any products, any colors. I can totally help you find colors that'll work for you. It's absolutely amazing, but I want you to see the difference between what to do with a hooded lid and what not to do. Because when you have a hooded lid, you have to work with it. And these are the tips and tricks to give you the illusion that you don't have big hooded lids and you do have quite a bit of real estate to work with. Okay, now I'm moving on to the 3D fiber lashes. I'm going to put the transplant gel on first. Now I'm putting on the fibers, so that way they adhere to that transplant gel. Now I'm going to go over it one more time with the transplant gel to lock those fibers into place, giving us longer, fuller, gorgeous eyelashes to really knock this out of the ballpark. Knock it out, knock it out, knock it out. Okay, now I'm just gonna top it off one more time with the Epic Mascara because that's how I roll. That's how I roll. So there you have it. The do's and the don'ts. This is what not to do with a hooded lid, because as you can see, I hope you can hear me. As you can see, my eyelid looks like smaller. It looks like I have less space. It makes my eye look dark, dismal, everything. This side, as you can see, I look like I have a whole lot more eyelid space, even though I have the same amount of space on both sides. Plus, I've accentuated with longer, fuller lashes. Just amazing, amazing. I really hope that this tutorial has helped y'all, especially you hooded ladies out there that are frustrated with how you do your makeup and how it looks. I just hope that you're able to take these little tips and tricks and turn it into something fabulous that you can feel good about. Feel free to like, love, and share my videos. Sharing is caring. You never know when you might have a friend with a hooded lid that is frustrated with trying to do makeup. You can find all of these products right on my website, justbebeautifulyou.com. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to message me. I'd love to help. Thanks. Bye.